Okay, Tuesday morning in the intro. Tuesday morning in the kingdom. This is a second intro. Unfrickin' real. We're having computer troubles or me phone troubles today. Just like last night. I quit early on a Sunday night to enjoy a movie with boobies, but I spent most of the evening there fighting with two computers. The video wouldn't save or whatever on the one computer, and then to load it up on YouTube, it was unfrickin' real. So I had to beverage the whole time. Yes, so this morning we woke up. It's a drizzly rain. Yes, I'm getting wet. My sheet is wet. Unreal. So we woke up to +8, but feels like +7. And on the yo-yo scale, +46 Fahrenheit, but feels like +45. Unreal how much time I wasted yesterday. But then again, Saturday night, both computers did an upgrade or update. Yes, so that was controlling me. It had issues on a simple little video. And also, too, we have to apologize to the family back in England. Yes, the homeland. I did put the Union Jack upside down, and we thank the Kingdom follower, YouTube subscriber, for pointing it out that I put it upside down. So my only line of defense, I'm colorblind. Yes, I'm colorblind, so I put the Union Jack upside down. Oh, well. No wonder the family over there won't talk to me or have anything to do with me, just like the Canadian family. They have nothing to do with me. All right, let's do a quick scroll since I was screwing up so bad. All right, there was a fox over there when I first did the intro. I think I scared it away. I don't know. Some old guy standing here holding a stick, living in fear of Dick in his helicopter. Yes, Dick will crash, kill me and the fox, and then he'll make national news. Yes. All right, we're not sure. We've been saying we're going to fix that wood pile. Yeah, we'll wait till there's snow on the ground. All right, the tin is ready to go up on the roof. We didn't want to finish the shop roof or shop extension roof back in November because there was snow on the roof and it'd be slippery. So I don't think we're going up in September when it's raining. It'll be slippery. We're pretty smart, you know. Yeah, we could have done it on one of the 5 hot days of summer. Then our excuse will be too hot. All right, I think we made a good rotation here. Unreal. Today's just unreal. It's a Monday. Yes, I was so stressed out last night. Oh, waiting for the computers. My life is controlled with computers. Oh, well, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Monday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is pretty wet out here right now. I was actually supposed to go to the Kingdom this morning to help my dad with a few things, but it's too wet, so hopefully we can do it this afternoon at 1 p.m. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 10 degrees Celsius, which is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and make breakfast.
Okay, after morning coffee in the kingdom, and I got the ladder out and went in the peekaboo door hole here to see what the attic of the shop extension is like. All right, so the problem we had last year was we were going to put some wood across the rafters we made. Okay, a 2x6 stringers or whatever, but we decided to keep this end low because we put wood in between the little rafters, so we boarded that. So the other side, the little bracketries we welded on the rafters for the 2x6s to bolt to line up. But on this side, it works out to where the angle irons are. It's the hump in the tin. Yes, the hump in the tin. So we have to weld on some new flat pieces to bolt the tin on. That's why the tin was held down by this ratchet straps and the C-clamps. Yes. So over here we got some flat material. We put little effort into cutting it because it's going to be well hidden. All we need is the distance from here to here, so the machined edge. So plus we're taking the angles and degrees, and these pieces were cut, how would you say, to bend or whatever. So this is recycling, repurposing at its finest. So now we'll go drill a hole on the one side straight down. We only have 26 of these pieces to do, so that should be 1 beer to drill all the 1/4-inch holes, I think. Or we could take our time and drink 2 beers. Okay, you know what kind of day you're going to have when you wake up to boil the water to make your morning coffee? It takes forever. Yes, we have set times for boiling water, so if we're loading up a video or doing something or the computer's turning on, we know if it takes too long. Plus, it's natural instinct that the water takes too long. So now we got the door open in the wood stove here, trying to get it to burn. It's not burning because we're in a low pressure system. Yes, low pressure. Oh, well, so we have to plan our day accordingly. I won't be baking a cake today because it will not rise in the pan. Okay, that only took an hour, and we have all 26 or 28 pieces cut. I'm not sure how many we have, okay? So we just randomly drilled the hole wherever because everything's going to be different. So we're going to have to move these plates around onto the rafter to weld them where they fit the rib on the tin. So there's no sense putting a lot of effort into it. because each one will be different. So I just did a mass quick drill through with a 1/4 inch. And also too, this is a funny material. You get about 1/4 way through and then the drill would stop. So you'd have to put the lube, the Lloyd's drilling lube on, and then the drill would bite again. So I think it's a China steel or something, or Asian steel that we acquired. So it worked out pretty good. It's all going to be random. There's no sense putting a bunch of effort into it, just like my new bride on the honeymoon. Also too, I forgot to talk about the gifted flapper disc. It's a different design, different style. I don't know, I've never seen it before, but it works good when you're doing rust and everything like that, because you can see the materials we're, how would you say, playing with. And some of the material is pitted because of the rust. I don't know, you can see it there. That's a divot down. So this gifted flapper disc worked very well. We thank the YouTube subscriber, Kingdom follower that sent it up here to continue these projects. Okay, I climbed up the ladder to go into the attic of the shop extension. Yes, you got to remember we built this the month of November. We started October 31st. We had a dream or a vision, and then the boss says, let's get at it. And it was all because the doors on the old shop here were giving us problems. So instead of fixing the doors, extend the shop and correct it right. So all we did was make our own rafters. I don't know if you can see it. Everything was recycled, reused, repurposed. We had a limited amount of welding rods, limited amount of chop saw blades. And we threw the tin in here before to get the, how would you say, a roof on the shop or extension so we could actually heat it and to start building the tin and everything like that. So there's the bracketry we put on for the 2x6 to go across, but we did every second one because the 2x6 was going to hold the tin down. So now we're going to put the new brackets we made today onto here to ensure the tin stays during the hurricane season. Very pleased how dry it is up here for spending almost a year like this, but we thought it out, we made plans, and it worked out very well. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and we're going to fix up the lean-to part, or the canopy thing above the door. Yes, we just temporarily put it in there. We never even nailed it down or nailed it. It's just held in there by that strap, so we'll put some nails in that after lunch and call it good.
12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. It hasn't rained anymore, so I'll be heading to the kingdom at 1 p.m. to help my dad out with a few things. You can tell it hasn't rained anymore because the road is starting to dry up. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, and make a quick lunch. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to the kingdom. I had craft dinner today for lunch. It was pretty good. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 11 degrees Celsius, which is 51 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, get the quad out, and head over to the kingdom. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like my dad is on the roof in between the attachment and the shop, so it looks like we are doing some roof work today, so I'll head on down and give him a hand. Down at the shop, and it looks like we are working on the roof today. We are going to be connecting these two pieces together, so we have to pull all this tin off and make everything fit nice and flush. Since we don't have any spray foam, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. 1:30 and we're able to get the lean part of the roof nailed down. Now my dad will head over and find a piece of tin to put right here, and then we can start working to fit all this together to get a nice seal. While he does that, I'm going to screw down this roof. This roof I'm standing on is about 12 years old and we haven't really done anything to it, so I'm going to nail down the existing nails and then put some screws in just to hold it all together, because as you can see right here, it is starting to peel up. We are making a flexible water slide. Since we have 3 different roofs to connect together, it's kind of hard to make them all into one, so we're just going to make them into like a water slide. That way all the water comes down instead of going in between. This is our flat material. We repurpose and reuse everything. This actually got thrown in the dump and we took it out because we have a use for it. This will be part of our water slide to get the water moving away from the roof. We even have a piece over there as well. Plus we have all this tin here, so we could do the cap on the loader shed and on the attachment as well. So I think we're set for tin. All this will get reused. As you can see, we've already been using it and repurposing it, so that's pretty cool. We reuse everything. 2 p.m. and now it's time for a lot of cutting and piecing everything together to make our water slide. We were able to get the first piece into place. Now my dad went to go cut a few more. As you can see, we are putting it under the top of here, but over top on this part of the roof. That way when the water comes down, it catches and it takes it away, kind of like a slide. Everything is very flexible because the ground we are on is soft, so everything moves all the time. Just cutting out more pieces for the water slide, and as you can see, the plasma cutter kind of got the table. Look at that. It's like a laser. Even right there, it's extra deep. My dad just went to go measure out the piece so he can continue cutting it and fit everything in. 2:30 and we just got this side of the roof mostly finished. My dad just has one more piece to put right here and then we can close all of it off. The bottom part here does not get screwed on because we want the water slide effect, so if we screw nail the bottom it won't move and flex, plus the top will also get fixed once we get all the wires out and move the cameras at a later date. Almost 3 p.m. we are officially done this side, so now we can move everything over to the other side and do the exact same thing over again, but on that side it should be a lot easier because it's out more, so we might be able to just get a V plate in there and kind of make a water slide that way. We also gasket glued all the holes that we could reach. We do not have any tar, so we made do with what we have. 3 p.m. we officially started working on the other side of the roof here. As you can see right in here where my dad is standing is where we have to work. We are going to be putting another water slide over here so all the rain comes down instead of going in the attachment. Just after 3 p.m. and it is coffee time, so I'm going to run into WHO-ville and quickly do the mail, then I'll come back and we'll continue working on that side of the roof attachment. Almost 3:30 and I made it back from getting mail. There was nothing in the mail today, no bills or anything like that, so let's head down to the shop and see if my dad's ready to get working on the other side of the roof. Just cutting out the pieces for the water slide. We got most of it measured out. Now my dad will plasma cut this and then we can head up and put it on. He's the one going up and down the ladder since I have to hand him everything.
A little dirty.
Look at that perfect straight line, and I'll even get my dad to move the piece and we'll see if it cut the table again. And as you can see, the plasma cutter cut the table again. Look at that. That's a very strong plasma cutter. 4 p.m. we just got this side of the roof finished. It is only temporary, that's why it looks like this. We did the best we can. It's mostly just to keep the water out and not the heat in. We will be finishing it at a later date. Now we can go up onto the top and seal it in on that end. 4:30 we officially got the top done. We were able to close in on the other side that we were just working on. Now tomorrow we can start bolting it down or maybe put the peak on, but let's head inside, grab my dog treats and go back to WHO-ville and do the weather. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 11 degrees Celsius, which is 51 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. As you can hear in the background, the dogs are already outside. It was a pretty nice day today. The sandflies were getting bad towards the end, so let's head inside, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom. We're very pleased with that flex joint, as you would say. Yes, so the water can just slide down there. Yes, we're making water slides out of recycled steel. But that's the joys of living in the kingdom. We have no money. You can't travel out to get stuff, or it costs too much money to have fancy stuff shipped in, so you make it work. And then you write books. Yes, living remote and showing people how to do it with no money. Okay, this side was a little difficult, but it's a flex joint too. Yes, it'll go up and down. We split some silicone everywhere, gasket goo. Alright, so the problem is we had to wait for the ground to thaw because we put everything on this building or whatever when it was frozen ground. So this corner did sink down a bit, so that was well worth the wait. So we do have a nice flex joint, and here comes Dick. So I'll have to end this video. Okay, to add some minutes to the video, we'll do a recap on the Bismark. Yes, the Bismark cat. It was sunk with the other cat known as the Hood. But they had straight blades on at the time, and we were gifted this Balderson V plow from Kansas. Orrin Stevens, here it is here. Okay, so it came from Kansas. That means no wide loads in the United States of America back in the day. This is what, 20 years ago? I think it was 2003, 2004. So they were nice enough to cut the V plow in half. Yes. So I had the joys of welding it back together. See, I'm a welder. We don't grind anything. So that was pretty nice. Well, they did a nice job cutting the blade in half. So then we got it up here, and it took us quite a few years before we actually got it on. So that's when we found out it's not for this cat. It's for a D6, but not the D69U. So there's the Balderson name. I think they got bought out by Caterpillar. So to make it fit, we had to make it, how would you say, do some welding. So we got it angled here, cut it there, chop it up, make it fit, and it actually works out pretty good. So when you're pushing a, how would you say, snow, it pushes real good, and it just fits on these cat train trails. So no idea what the design of it or anything like that. It's kind of doesn't have a nice curve to it, because a true winter freighting blade has the curve a little bit more to, you know, so it rolled the snow, as you'd say. But we're very pleased. It's a gift, and we make it work. All right. So the D69U, known as the Bismark, was underwater for 3 years. Yes, it went swimming with the hood. All right, we got some glares here, but we'll work through it. So this one went down running, so it hydraulic the cylinders. I don't know if we can see that, Les Netsman, but that is not straight. Yes, that has got a bend in it. Same as this piston connecting rod over here. So the engine stopped because it hydraulicked, okay? Water went in the intake, which is right there. So it gets sucked in, goes in here. Oh, I'm hooked. Goes in here and into 2 cylinders, okay? That's coming on an upward stroke to make compression, okay? So that locks it up. These connecting rods did not touch the liners. See, there's no marks on the liners. So all we did was change out the connecting rods and put in used ones. Yes, that was back in 2003 we did that. So the cat is up and running, and we enjoy it. So we upgrade everything. We put a return line on the fuel filter up here. All right. Plus we have an inline fuel filter down here and the electric fuel pump, because that's the fuel transfer pump here. It's gear driven, and guess what? It's old and worn out. So there's no sense spending a lot of money fixing something that's old and worn out. So just put an electric fuel pump in. So the Bismarck is electric start. Yes, electric start. The pump motor was here, and the batteries were there at one time. Oh, I made a mistake. We'll go to the other side. Okay, we're on the other side of the cat, and having the batteries right here, that works out great. That's if you have batteries of quality. But we went through a bad spell there. I think it was 2018 to 2020, the great lockdowns, where the batteries were junk. Yes, it was the 1950s all over again. You had to take your batteries out and put them in the warm shop so your machine would start. So we gave up. We just copied the cats in the kingdom, the other cats, and put them here. So that's how they got there. So last winter we changed out the clutch. We did a clutch job on it and made it right. We changed a lot of things here because the D69U, the hood actually comes nice and small right here. But we have a problem. These cats are in the wilderness, Alaska, but in northern Manitoba, have bounced over every rock in the wilderness. So the hoods and everything are just trashed. So we make them wider to get heat back to the operator. Yes, back here. So when you're canvassed in or plywood in, the heat comes back and keeps the operator. Oh, I got the burps. I just had some peanuts. So the heat comes back and keeps you nice and warm. So you actually get pretty warm on these cats. We've been out at 40 below having fun on their lake, and it actually keeps you warm. So we have no problems, but we're also running a windshield here, and that's what keeps the wind off. The wind is what makes it cold. It's not the temperature. That's why Wyoming and Saskatchewan are so cold in the winters. Oh, wait, that's North Dakota. So we did the hood last winter in the shop when we did the clutch, so we just got it all pieced together. So we got the silver hood, that's the paint we had, and that's the way it worked out. Very pleased. Also too, to change your cats over for electric start, somebody whipped up this, and I think that came on the cat known as the Bigfoot. Oh, sorry about that. So we just bolted on here, called it good, and it actually works. Anything goes. That's the joys at the end of the world. Also too, people have commented on our tracks. They're loose, but once the snow is, how would you say, packing in, they tighten up. We have the wooden top roller at the top here. Okay. If you had the actual rollers here, snow builds up, they don't turn, and they get flat spots. So you use wood. Poplar trees the best. Oh, my big head. Okay. All right, so that works out the best. Also, too, when we had this in the shop back in the day, we welded on here. Everybody laughed at us because we welded over here. They say you don't weld over there. Well, we weld over there. You know why? Because when the track pops off, how do you get this thing? This is slippery. So how do you get your track to go back on? So if you have welds on here, there's just enough friction to get it to climb back on. Because we run wonder tracks. We wonder how these tracks actually stay on. Okay, the D69U, known as the Bismark, and the Hoods are the only two cats in the kingdom with the winches. Yes, the D6 and Heister winches. Yes, they're popular in the winter freighting. Yes, but they're perfectly balanced. So once you have your blade on the front and a winch on the back, these cats are balanced pretty good for out on the snow and the muskeg. And we had some money in 2017, so we bought some new cables. Yes, and then we did all the brake shoes on it, controls, everything like that. So we got it working good. Take a long time. These winches are powerful, but they work. And we bought this from that Parks family down in the States there. Tractor Supply, Tractor Parts or whatever. So we like this because it's got character. Look at the welds the fella did back in the day. I don't know if you can see that, Les Nesman. The gods of gravity were giving him a good run for the money. But the main thing is he got it done. Yes, it got it done. So that'd be an AC machine back in the day, trying to weld uphand, and probably didn't have the best welding rods either. Ooh, we got the shadows over here. All right, I think we've done enough today. We should have enough minutes. If not, we'll add some photos. All right, let's go check on the flags. Okay, we're done for the day. Those little things are getting done on the buildings here, but we weren't planning on a shop extension last year or a whole extension last year. Oh wait, we were building a new shop, so we didn't need these small little buildings. Oh wait, reality set in. We can't afford big. We got to stay small. Yes, big time contractors we were. Yeah, we never made any money. All right, look at the flags. They're in their natural state of being relaxed. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. I'm stiff and sore from climbing up and down that ladder. Oh well. Talk to you later.